Before we get started, is there anything we can do for you on our end? Make sure you're comfortable. Maybe take your shirt off. Anything like that?
You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Now that you say that.
If you're ready, we'll rip the Band-Aid off and dive right on in.
Let's go.
All right. He's one of country music's most energetic and recognizable hit makers. He's responsible for the multi-platinum hit Yours and chart-topping favorites including Blue Tacoma, Every Little Thing, Love You Like I Used To, and God Gave Me a Girl. His last album, Famous Back Home, dropped last year, and he's been touring across North America with his Russell Mania tour, which you're going to be able to catch live here July 25th during the country night lineup of Rock on the River. Russell Dickerson, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, buddy. Glad to be here.
Russell, man, I got to tell you, I've caught a few clips of your WrestleMania tour, right? It looks like a lot of work. It looks like it takes a ton of energy. But I'm curious, like, you're one of the artists that really puts a lot of thought behind your theatrics, right? I mean, the difference between a performance and a show, I feel like it always boils down to like the visuals, the theatrics that come along with it. You know, from coming out on stage and ripping your shirt off like Hulk Hogan to pyrotechnicians and fire blasting off around you while you're performing. How do ideas like that go from paper to reality? Like, how do you set up theatrics for a performance like this?
Oh, I mean, it's really shout out to my team. You know, I can dream as big as, as big as anything. And it's like, it's really surrounding like my production manager and my team are like, okay, let's take this idea. Cause we got wrestling ropes going across the stage, about back of the stage. And it's like, it's cornered like it's square shaped like a wrestling ring. And then all the different intros and outros to songs are all, really like tied into the wrestling theme for WrestleMania. And I don't know, it's just like, it's so fun to just come up with crazy ideas. And my team is just like, yeah, we got you, bro. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. So to get to know Russell Dickerson a little bit better, obviously wrestling is something you must have a big passion and a huge love for. What if WrestleMania didn't end up flying? What would have been your backup theme for the tour? What are some of the other things that you love to do outside of work?
Oh, well, I mean, anything outdoor. I wouldn't call it an outdoors tour, but I mean, I just love... We're outside right now. Just love being in nature, mountain biking, hiking, anything, man. I love that. I love playing golf, being outside. We play a lot of golf on the road. I got 2 young boys, and so they're into golf too. And so that's our father-son time. But yeah, man, that's a few things RD likes to dabble in.
Oh, just a little bit of dabbling, just a little bit of spice on the life there, eh? Just a little bit of it. So, kind of breaks into a bit of your average work day, but I'm looking to dig a little deeper, outside of writing music, outside of touring, and outside of being in the studio. Some artists I've heard like to go around and like pick up odd jobs every now and then to like help them think and help fill up that creative bucket a little bit. What's that work day look like for you when you're not in the studio, when you're not out doing the WrestleMania tour?
Dude, I'm probably out in the yard doing something, splitting wood or weed eating, or just cleaning up. I mean, we got some acres out here, and just taking care of that. And we've got ATVs, so we're probably ripping around here and there in the ATVs, and that's probably what keeps me busy.
Yeah, and those are like activities that you find too, like they help you get like the creative juice flowing a little bit. Is that like where some of your inspiration comes from? That's where the bucket gets filled, so to speak.
Oh yeah, dude. Splitting a big log, just axe in your hand, just splitting wood is such a good feeling, and it just gets the blood flowing, and you just like the monotonous task, that just lets your mind just run wild.
That, and it helps you form something I like to call hillbilly strength.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yes, indeed.
You're quite the veteran when it comes to touring. I mean, WrestleMania, that has been ongoing now for about, 2 months so far you've been out touring?
Yeah, we did. We did WrestleMania 2026. We had WrestleMania 2025 too, though. We had so that's been going on since March, I think, of last year. So just like WrestleMania continues.
As a veteran on the road, you know, if you came across like a new country artist who was rising, they were on their rise, what advice would you give them to prepare them for life on the road, to prepare them for that tour life?
Dude, I would say get off the road. You know, I would say get off the road and get in the writing room. You need to write 100 songs. You need to write better songs. You need to get in the studio. You need to build. It's so easy nowadays to build a following online, and all the Instagram and TikToks and blah blah blahs. It's like that is such a tool. I would say utilize that 100% before you, because I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm going out on the road, I'll build this fan base one by one. And we did. It was the long, slow way, but man, there's people coming to my shows, they're like, dude, I saw you in 2012. You came to my college and blah blah blah, and it's like, I can't believe how far you've come since then. You know what I mean? It's like people from over a decade ago are still coming out to these shows, and it's so I would say get in the writing room though. Get in the writing room, write better songs. It'll be way easier for you if you start with some hits.
Now let's talk about performing here for a second, right? You did come across as someone as high energy, and I've been in some green rooms where you see members of the band, whatnot, they're having the time of their life half hour before they hit the stage. They're having some drinks, they're playing games where they throw fruit at you, and if you spill your drink, then you got to take a shot. And then I've been in rooms where it's been absolute silent. The artist is locked in their mind. They're focused on the show that is about to happen. So between those two extremes, where does Russell Dickerson land 30 minutes before he's about to go out on stage? What are you doing?
And I would say probably in the last few years, it used to be the hype, the crazy, the drinks, that everybody's in the room just vibing, talking, carrying on. But in the last couple years, I feel like I've really had to dial in, because if you go out there and you're opening, you're playing for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever, that's easy. But when you step into that role as a headliner, I would hope people take that much more serious. And, you got to go out there for at least 90 minutes and keep the crowd engaged. So as I stepped into a headliner role, I really started taking it a lot more seriously of like, all right, I got to get my breath work. This is a big stage. I'm running around. It's high energy. I got to get my breath work right. I got to get my cardio. I got to get, my brain locked in, my body prepared to put on the best show possible.
Yeah. Like what kind of routine do you go through to not run out of breath during a set that you do? Because you're absolutely right. Some of the clips I caught, like you are all over the place, man. I feel like, I used to perform. I used to go and do shows. I got maybe like 2,000 shows under my belt, but I just watch you perform, and all I can think is like I'd be laying on the stage, just in air. What's your routine to keep you fit for that, man? Like you got to have something.
Yeah, I have a list of breathing exercises, and then after that is vocal warm-ups and stuff. So that once your voice is warmed up, it's easier to sing, so it takes less air. But just having the lung capacity, I've had to, it's honestly not to overhype it, but it's like being a professional athlete. Like you might have to train my body to be in elite shape, like to be singing amazing, also while, being able to move and flow like I want to,
Yeah. Have you ever ran into a time where you're just like, oh shit, I'm running out of air?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. That? Plenty of times. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. But they're the high altitude shows. We just played Red Rocks, and that was one where you had to really, I was like, all right, you don't have to run around so much, like be conscious. People want to hear you sing great as opposed to you running around like an idiot,
Yep.
So
On the other
focus on
hand,
singing.
man, it's all part of the theatrics of it too, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
that is where you're now putting on a performance, not a show.
Yeah.
You're adding these memorable moments, and I can't wait for those moments to be here in Timmins, man. Like, the city is going wild. They can't wait. I mean, the lineup is nuts. Like, not only do we have the one and only Russell Dickerson here bringing his WrestleMania tour to Timmins, you're going to have Nate Holler and Jade Eagleson and McKenna Givens to share the stage with. And, man, it's going to be one of the biggest nights in Timmins.
Yes.
And
Yes, it is.
Yeah, man. And before I lose you, my last question that I would ask Russell Dickerson is, what is something that you're just beyond grateful for? And what is something that you just look forward to all the time?
Man, I mean, so many things. Waking up to my beautiful family, being able to play music for a living, provide for my family by literally just singing songs is such a wild thing. And I constantly have to just remind myself of like, dude, this is a crazy life you get to live. Like, don't take anything for granted. There's so much nonsense that we all have to put up with and go through and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, man, just like, I get to sing for a living, make a great living, provide for my beautiful family, singing songs. Like, that's something that I'm just like crazy grateful for.
Spoken like a true May 7th baby. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I know my own, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I'm just 1 year ahead of you, but I also noticed your career is really great. You're super handsome, really handsome. Did I mention that? So how you doing, Russell?
Back at you, bro. Are you May 7th, for real?
Yeah, man. Yeah, May 7th, 1986.
Wild.
I saw that preparing for the interview, and I was just like, of course he's doing good. He's a May 7th baby.
Birthday bros.
That's the only way you go, man. You just straight up, my friend.
Yeah.
So,
Cheers,
Russell, man, thank you so much for your time today. Like, I really
pleasure's all mine, my guy. Yeah.
Again, Russell Dickerson is going to be here in this town, Timmins, Ontario, July 25th. It's going to be one of the biggest nights Timmins ever seen. Russell Dickerson, thank you so much for doing what you do. Thank you so much for your time today. And I hope the rest of these interviews go amazing for you, man.
Absolutely, my guy. Thank you for taking the time, buddy.
Oh, anytime,
we'll see you soon, bro.
All right, Russell. I look forward to it, buddy. You have
Cheers,
a great
buddy.
day.
Thanks. You too, man.
Cheers, mate.